If you don't like creepy stories, but still love a good scare, then you need to hear this. Imagine being alone in a remote cabin, surrounded by nothing but the dense, dark forest. The wind howls through the trees, and the only light comes from the pale moon above. It's the perfect setting for a spine-chilling tale. Meet Jess, a teenager house-sitting for her Aunt Susan in a remote cabin in the mountains. Jess thought it would be a peaceful getaway, a chance to escape the hustle and bustle of city life. The cabin was quaint, nestled among towering pines, with a cozy fireplace and a view that stretched for miles. Everything seemed perfect, until one night, Jess noticed a strange man standing on the porch just grinning. His smile was unsettling, almost too wide, and his eyes seemed to pierce through the darkness. She tried to ignore him, thinking he might just be a harmless wanderer, but the uneasy feeling wouldn't go away. Hours later, as Jess was getting ready for bed, she heard loud, relentless banging on the door. Her heart pounded in her chest as she tiptoed to the window to peek outside. To her horror, there was no one there. The man's eerie grin haunted her thoughts, making it impossible to shake off the fear. She decided to call her friend Mike for some reassurance. Mike was always the rational one, the voice of reason in any situation. But just as she was about to dial his number, the power cut out. The cabin was plunged into pitch darkness, and the silence was deafening. Suddenly, a shadow flickered by the window. Jess's breath caught in her throat. Was it the man, or just her imagination playing tricks on her? She could barely breathe, but she forced herself to stay calm. Huddled under a blanket, she waited for the morning light, praying for the night to end. By dawn, the man was gone, but a note was left on the door. It read, "I know you're watching. Chilling, isn't it?" Jess's hands trembled as she read the note, the words echoing in her mind. She couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched, even in the daylight. She decided to leave the cabin and head back to the city, but the memory of that night stayed with her. Every creak of the floorboards, every rustle of the leaves outside reminded her of the man's eerie grin. She couldn't help but wonder if he was still out there watching her from the shadows. So next time you're alone and you feel a pair of eyes on you, you might want to check twice. The world is full of mysteries, and sometimes the scariest ones are the ones we can't explain. Stay safe and sleep tight. And remember, not everything that goes bump in the night is just your imagination. Jess's story is a reminder that sometimes the most peaceful places can hide the darkest secrets. Whether it's a remote cabin in the mountains or a quiet house in the suburbs, always trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. And if you ever find yourself in a situation like Jess's, don't hesitate to reach out for help. The world can be a scary place, but it's also full of wonder and beauty. So while it's important to be cautious, don't let fear hold you back from exploring and experiencing all that life has to offer. Just remember to stay vigilant and always be aware of your surroundings. Jess eventually moved on from that terrifying night, but the experience changed her. She became more aware of her surroundings, more cautious, and more appreciative of the safety and comfort of her home. And while she never saw the man again, the memory of his grin stayed with her, a constant reminder to always stay alert. So, as you go about your day, remember Jess's story. It's a tale of caution, but also a testament to the strength and resilience we all have within us. No matter how scary a situation may seem, we have the power to face it and come out stronger on the other side. Stay safe and sleep tight. And if you ever find yourself alone in a remote cabin, just remember, you're never truly alone. There's always someone or something watching,